Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stick to healthy habits effortlessly, while others struggle to make them last longer than a few weeks? The truth is, it's not about willpower. It's about strategy. Welcome to Health Theory. Today we're diving deep into how to build healthy habits that don't just stick for a season, but last a lifetime. First, let's get one thing straight. Habits are not formed overnight. They're built brick by brick, one small action at a time. And the best part? Anyone can do it. You just need the right blueprint. 1. Start tiny. The power of microhabits. Imagine trying to climb a mountain in a single leap. It's impossible, right? Building habits is the same way. If you try to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight, chances are you'll burn out fast. The secret is to start so small that it feels almost effortless. Research from Stanford behavior scientist B.J. Fogg highlights the importance of microhabits, incredibly tiny actions that take little time and almost no effort. For example, instead of committing to work out for an hour every day, start with just 2 minutes of stretching. Instead of eating clean, start by adding 1 extra vegetable to your lunch. Lowering the barrier to action removes the psychological resistance that often paralyzes us before we even begin. Small wins create a positive feedback loop. Every tiny success sends a jolt of dopamine to your brain, reinforcing the behavior and making it more likely you'll repeat it. Over time, 2 minutes of stretching can become a 30-minute yoga session. 1 additional glass of water can turn into a day filled with proper hydration. The initial tiny action isn't the end goal. It's the gateway to bigger, lasting change. Moreover, starting small builds confidence. Every time you follow through, even with a micro action, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. It's a powerful way to shift your self-image. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who tries to be healthy, you become someone who is healthy. Consistency beats intensity. It's better to stretch for 2 minutes every day than to push yourself to exhaustion once a week. Habits are not about making a heroic effort. They're about showing up consistently. So shrink your goals. Make them so easy you can't fail. And build from there. That's how you create healthy habits that last a lifetime. 2. Make it obvious. Cue your brain. Our brains love patterns. To build a lasting habit, you need to set clear, visible cues that remind you to take action. James Clear, in his bestseller Atomic Habits, emphasizes that behavior is often triggered by obvious signals in our environment. Let's say you want to start meditating. Leaving your meditation cushion tucked away in a closet won't help. But placing it directly on your bed or next to your coffee machine? That's a constant visual reminder. Similarly, if your goal is to floss more often, keeping the floss visible, not hidden in a drawer, makes a huge difference. The brain operates heavily on autopilot, responding to visual prompts without much conscious thought. The easier and more obvious the cue, the less energy you need to initiate the behavior. It's about reducing friction. You can also prime your environment to support your new habits. If you want to eat healthier, leave a bowl of fresh fruit on the counter. If you want to read more, place your book on your pillow each morning. The clearer and simpler the trigger, the fewer excuses you'll have. Every time your brain sees the cue, it nudges you toward action, making it easier to stay consistent over time. In short, don't rely on memory or willpower. Rely on smart, visible triggers. Make your desired habits impossible to miss, and you'll dramatically increase your chances of success. 3. Attach new habits to existing ones. This is called habit stacking, and it's a game changer. Habit stacking works because it uses behaviors you already do without thinking as anchors for new behaviors. Instead of trying to find extra time in your busy day, you simply piggyback one action onto another. For example, after you brush your teeth, you immediately do 10 squats. After you pour your morning coffee, you spend 1 minute journaling. After you hang up a phone call, you take 3 deep breaths. This method removes decision fatigue. You don't have to think about when or how to implement your new habit. It's automatically tied to something you're already doing. Over time, the 2 behaviors become linked, and the new habit feels as natural as the old one. The key to successful habit stacking is choosing a trigger that is consistent and happens at the right frequency. It should be something you do daily or even multiple times a day. Consistency is crucial because irregular actions won't provide the solid foundation your new habit needs. So take a moment to list a few routines you already have. Then match each with a small new habit you want to build. Keep the new habits tiny at first. Remember the micro-habits principle. This simple yet powerful technique can turn your daily rituals into powerful engines of positive change. 4. Reward yourself immediately. Our brains are wired for instant gratification. That's why long-term goals can feel so hard to stick with. Ain't the solution? Build in immediate rewards? Maybe after your workout, you blast your favorite song and dance around the living room? Or after a healthy meal, you savor a piece of dark chocolate. The key is to make the new habit feel good right away. Positive emotions cement habits. Every time you associate joy with a new behavior, you teach your brain, hey, let's do this again. Immediate rewards tap into the brain's dopamine system, the chemical messenger that motivates us to seek pleasure. When you feel good immediately after performing a new habit, you make it far more likely that your brain will want to repeat it. This is why relying solely on long-term rewards, like I'll be fit in 6 months, often fails. The brain discounts future rewards, but immediate pleasure? That's powerful. Even small, positive reinforcements can have a huge impact. Give yourself a verbal good job. Track your habit streak on a calendar, or treat yourself to a small indulgence after reaching a milestone. Make the immediate experience satisfying and you'll naturally crave repeating the behavior. The key is to design your habit loop with a satisfying ending. If you celebrate even the tiniest wins, you'll transform your brain's relationship with discipline and persistence. Over time, this feeling of immediate reward will make your healthy habits feel effortless and enjoyable. 5. Focus on identity, not outcomes. Here is a secret that most people miss. Lasting habits aren't just about what you want to achieve. They're about who you want to become. When you focus only on outcomes, like lose 20 pounds or run a marathon, it's easy to lose motivation once the goal is reached. But if you shift your attention to identity, becoming a person who values health, persistence, and self-care, the actions you need to take become natural extensions of who you are. For example, instead of saying I want to run a marathon, start telling yourself I am a runner. Instead of saying I want to eat healthier, affirm I am the kind of person who cares about what I put into my body. This subtle shift changes everything. Every healthy choice becomes a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Over time, your self-image strengthens and your habits become automatic because they align with your core identity. Identity-based habits have staying power because they aren't dependent on short-term rewards or external validation. They're about living in alignment with your values. They answer the deeper question, who am I choosing to be today? So as you build new habits, ask yourself, what kind of person would naturally do this every day? Then act as that person would. The more you embody the identity you want, the more effortless your habits will feel, and the more lasting your transformation will be. Quick recap. Start tiny, make it obvious, stack habits, reward immediately. Focus on identity. These principles aren't just theories. They're backed by science and practiced by some of the most successful people on the planet. And now, you have them at your fingertips. At Health Theory, we're passionate about helping you design a life you love, one healthy habit at a time. If this video sparked some ideas for you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Health Theory, and drop a comment below sharing one tiny habit you're going to start today. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, big transformations start with tiny steps. You have the power to change your life, one habit at a time. Start small, stay consistent, and soon, healthy living won't just be something you try, it'll be who you are.